What's going on, K2? Alright, we should be good. We're gonna be getting through the Japan event. 100, of course. We have what, 30? How many tokens do we have? 10, 20. Yeah, 30. They get exactly 30 tokens, which either gets you character or you can trade those in for, I think it's 3. So I think it's 3 gold stars for 3 tokens. I forgot how many tokens you have. 3? No, it's 10 for 3. So that's what? It's 9. So 9 silver stars for the character. I mean, I guess if you really need the stars, or if you can't get to 30, then go for these stars. But I would always recommend getting, even if you have the character, of course it's breedable, I would always recommend getting a skinned version of a character, just in case they ever add it into bingo or anything like that. It's always worth having. So we're gonna probably end up getting that. We can also make a video on it. Yeah, we're just gonna go through the event. I'm trying to think if I should use my tags or not. I do have to do PvP. And we did level up our Evo as well, so I kind of had to use Buffalo. If I just use X27, that's going to be our tag. Okay. I guess we could always go down to the bottom. Although that would take forever because it's a... I don't know what I wanted. I mean, I guess it really doesn't matter which one we actually get done. Could always do PvP later. I don't like doing PvP too much. We did actually level up our Evo. We leveled it up 4 times. So I'll probably put the video out. I was supposed to put it out before I started streaming, but I was just like, thought I'd do this first because there's quite a bit of stuff to get done. So I gotta get this done, which honestly I could have actually waited to get done. Because the timer for the event was 16 days, which is kind of weird. Normally it's 12 days. That rotates every 2 weeks, but they extended this one for some reason. So either that means the stuff we were testing is coming on the next set, or they're getting ready for something. I don't know what the next set of stuff is going to be, but they also gave us Blubber again. A lot of people are going to be using for sure. I still need to make my platinum version. I have the gold version. I just haven't made the platinum one yet. I was hoping for a better discount though. Only got 50% off. That's why I hesitated when it first came out. Yeah, we're gonna get this done. I do still have the, well, in the beta currently, the raid and the experiments are closed. They reopened the other one, which I didn't actually get to do the first time around, so I could actually go get that done later as well, just to get it done. There's 12 hours left. I still gotta do PvP as well. Yeah, we're just gonna get this event done today anyway. Get it out of the way so I don't have to worry about it. Although I have to figure out, I could just go no tag, honestly. Matter too much. I gotta start doing. I don't really have to start doing PvP because I can get up to the tokens. I usually don't try to go for the gold anymore just because it's too much of a hassle, but I'm 10% shy of getting all 3 tokens, which honestly is really easy to get. Plus we were messing around last time, so I should be able to just go in there, fight a couple times. We still have like 3 days on it. What's going on? Yeah, we're just doing the normal event that's currently going on. We do have a new character coming as well, which is going to be 3k, so hopefully you guys didn't waste all your gold. Or I don't know how many people actually leveled up during this event, but I just did 4 times. I didn't have enough credits. Which I guess I should just start making the rooftop full of characters so I can start getting credits. I should probably level the ones I currently have there. And then I did level up my alt account, which made it to like 20. I think we were at 15, we made it to like 22 or something like that. I was just hoping it was a bigger discount. We didn't get too big of a discount on this one, so I was hoping for at least 65, if not 70 would have been nice. But yeah, we got 50. It's very, very bad compared to even that 65 is pretty bad. I like it when it's either 70, 75, or 80. But I don't want to spend all my gold because I could have leveled up. How many times could I have actually? 9? 9 or 10 times? I don't know. I could have leveled up quite a bit in terms of the Evo. It's just that's wasting all the gold that I have, and I know the character is going to be 3k, and then the pricing is going to be, I think it's 10 bucks as well. So you can either buy it or you can spend 3k. Which at that point you might as well just spend 3k gold. Just for the fact that you can always just like, if you're gonna spend 10 bucks on that, always have packs and stuff like that, so you might as well just buy the packs. Because 10 bucks would be, I guess it depends on the pack itself. I mean, isn't that what we do on any game we play? No game lasts forever, my friend. I could say that about a ton of games that you probably play, but it just depends on what you want to play, man. Do I like playing the game? I like playing it every once in a while, yeah. Like, I don't play it every single day. That's why my characters aren't maxed. That's why I don't... Like, there are certain things I don't do anymore. But when I did play and I was grinding the game, then yeah. But that goes for any game. Like, I played Anime Ninja for like 5 years? I don't even know how long. I've been playing this game for the same amount of time. Like, it's not like, it's like 2 hours. Like, I can go put that time into Fortnite, but it's not gonna make a difference. Like, I played Fortnite and Apex earlier, so I don't feel like playing either of those. But Yeah, you just play what you want to play, man. Like, just because you don't like the game doesn't mean there's other people that don't. Plus, it only takes like 2 hours. Doesn't take that long. I can get this done. I can do PvP. Like, I don't play it like I used to. I used to play it every single day for quite a bit. It got boring for you, but I can say that about a ton of games. Like, I don't know, for me, like, grinding out a game, it takes me a while to get bored. Like, I can tolerate it for a few hours. Like Fortnite, I've been doing it for like the whole new season. Like, there's people playing it right now for like 8 to 10 hours a day, but I'm like, damn, that's, for me, that's too much. But it just changes. It just depends on what you want to play, man. Use your tag. I'm not really currently using anybody's tag. Just so I can get through it a little bit faster. Yeah, I mean, people get bored of games all the time. But I did, you gotta remember too, I took like a year or two? I don't know. Do I have Glubber? Yeah, I have Glubber. Yeah, I took like a 2-year break, year and a half, something like that. I don't know, I took a while off. So, yeah. But yeah, I've been playing grindy games since forever, man. Like 4 years is nothing. Like back in like Diablo and stuff like that. Now that was like, that was insane. But if you played like games like that, then a couple years isn't really anything. Because I played Diablo 2 for years. I played Diablo 3 for like, I don't even know, man. I have like a couple thousand hours on it. And I haven't played it in years. I bet you if I go check right now, there's a crazy amount of time on that account. But, yeah, I mean, look at WoW. Like, if you've ever played WoW either, it's just grinding. Most games are grinding, it just depends on what you want to grind. Like, either you're grinding shooters, ranks, levels. Like, basically it comes down to how fast you get bored. And, if I get bored of a game, I get bored. Like, I'll stop playing it when I don't want to play it anymore. I've stopped playing quite a few games. But then I'll just move on to something else, so. Plus, if I wasn't doing this, honestly, I'd probably be drawing. Well, what's going on? Which, like, that could be just wasting too. I can go out and club, go out and party like I used to, which is just not me anymore. So But yeah, I play a ton of games. Like I have maybe 10 plus games going all the time. Always trying new stuff, always playing older games, always going back and checking stuff out. But yeah, it just depends on if you guys like playing it or not. No one's forcing you guys to play games. Get bored, you move on, you find something either similar, different. Like I used to play a ton of great racing games. I can't even play a racing game anymore. Like I just don't like them. I think if you use Gladiators fastest way. Yeah, if I use a tri attack, of course it's going to be faster, but I don't feel like leveling up those characters currently. So that's the only reason I'm not using them. I'm not trying to get through the event like the fastest possible. Like I'm just trying to get through the event so I don't have to worry about it. That's it. That's all I'm doing. I'm not trying to be efficient. I'm not trying to like if I was trying to be efficient, I would have maxed out certain characters already. And yeah, done all that stuff. Just taking my time. Like I don't play the game like I used to, if you guys haven't noticed. I used to play it. I would have videos out every day. Get events done the hour they come out. Like that's how much I used to play. Now I just say I'm pretty much casual. Like I don't play it as much as I do. I used to. I played a couple hours a day. Any more than that, I start getting bored. And if I spend too much time on a game and it's boring me, then yeah, I would basically just give up at that point. But yeah, there's always going to be new games to play, new stuff to grind. I don't know what games I want to play though. Well, besides like the ones I'm currently playing. Gabriel, what's going on? I mean, the game's never going to be perfect. There isn't a game out there that's perfect. I mean, it could always get better, but... honestly, they would just have to redo the entire game. Start from... not from scratch, per se, but start everyone from Mutants 2. Like, they can keep supporting this game, but there isn't really... like, even with updates and stuff like that, like, I feel like they can't do as much stuff as they would want to. But yeah, fixing the pricing point of the game in terms of golds. They would have to do something about forges and furnaces, honestly. I don't don't know. There's too many problems in the game for them to fix, I feel like. But there's stuff that they can add in and stuff like that that would just make it newer. But yeah, I don't know. Because there's a lot wrong that they can't really fix. Like, the minute they added in forges and furnaces, sort of broke the game. And you can't take those away now because people actually spent money. I mean, you could technically, or limit them at this point, like 10K, whatever limit. The whole rooftop thing with the whole credit farm thing, that needs to just go as well. That kind of ruined the game. Because now you have people like yeah, getting a high evo is good, but now it's just, it's too broken. Like, yeah, I can have an entire rooftop full of the same character just to get more credits, but is that really how I should be playing the game? Like, I feel like the game shouldn't be played that way. I don't know. It's kind of put a shop and just buy some more. I don't know, when the game first came out, it was really, it wasn't the best, but it was good enough. We didn't have orbs. Like, there's a ton of things that broke, that just broke the game. Like, you can't make orbs anymore. Like, before you didn't actually have to pay anything and you could still compete in the game. Now I feel like you still don't have to pay, but people are never gonna catch up to people who have gold income of a couple thousand and stuff like that. Like, there's too much gold, there's too many credits, like, there's too much stuff that breaks the game to make it competitive. And there's not, like, before, at least when it was broken like that, we were getting characters to not sort of compensate, but it was changing all the time because you always had to get newer characters. They can still go that route, but it's still broken because then, like, you would have to fix characters' stats like they did twice. They did it twice because that's how broken the stats were. Like, because they would have to just keep increasing them with newer characters coming out, and then older characters just are useless at that point. But yeah, that's I don't know, there's a bunch of dilemmas that happen regardless of what you do. So I don't know if there's a way to fix that without just having to start from basically what we were at before, which is a clean slate for everybody, which some people might get mad at, but I mean, if you don't want a broken game, then it's something that has to happen. Because even if we do get the new events, it's mainly for people that have a crazy high evo. Like, the only thing to do in this game is grind out evos, which is just max out credit farm, gold, whatever you can get in gold, and then you can go for levels, but with the increase in experience for levels and stuff like that, it just becomes too much as well. But I mean, there's people that do it, clearly, because I always see people's fame go up and stuff like that. I just don't do it because it's too much. Like, I don't want to play that much for that little. Like, I feel like the time I put in before, I would get a lot more out of it compared to now. Like for one level, for me to go up one level is hours and hours, and I only get 50 gold. And like 50 or like, I forgot how many credits they actually give you for getting one level. And then with PvE, even with the multiple events that we would have, with just a regular event, the experiment, and the raid, we have an increase of passes, and not really anything else. Like, yeah, you get more rewards, but it's another like what, six hours. Let's say it takes like 6 hours to get through all those events. Then what do I do after that? Like, yeah, there's PvP, but PvP is so broken, it's not even fun anymore. Like, I like having fun on the game. I don't mind the grindy aspect. But you gotta balance the grind with rewards. But then they can't give too many rewards, but then... Like, at this point, like, gold and credits for higher level people or people who have forges and furnaces and bounty hunter and just have all that stuff, they don't even have to be online, and all they have to do is come back every so often, get credits. Forges, furnaces, one resets every 12 hours, one resets every 2 days, so all they have to do is just time it out, and they basically can get a ton of gold and credits, as to where lower level people have to sit there and grind all that stuff out. So the Giga Division? Alright, I'll check it out here in a second. Yeah, there's got to be other ways to do stuff for sure, because PvP shouldn't be the best way to farm experience and fame. It just shouldn't. Like, PvP shouldn't be the main goal of, like, I feel like it wasn't that before, but now it is. And like, it's so broken at this point, like I don't even want to touch PvP. Like, it's how boring it is. Because it's not fair, it's not actually competitive, it's just broken. On the second stage? Let's see their levels. Three, 769. That is kind of a tricky one. You have that and that. It depends. You could either try to take down... I don't know. I don't know when you want to use your tag. But you could either use your tag on this first character here. So that way you can just kill it right away. Or if your tag one-shots, I mean, either way you should just take down the faster character, so that way you can just put as much damage into EXO as possible. Or if you can take down those two and then use your tag in this stage, honestly you would probably use it on Monkey. But then, or you could actually use it on Mythic. You could actually use it on Wayne, because these two are on this side. They can just use Zoomorph. But then Yeah, I don't know. It depends on when you want to use your tag. I mean, his tag should be able to one-shot one. Like, you just got to pick a character you want to one-shot. So you're either making a team to take these 3 guys down, which I would lean more towards trying to take one of these 2 down faster. Actually, I would lean towards Wayne. Like, if you're using a zoomorph or something like that. Yeah, taking the least amount of damage from this, you would probably take down the faster character. So you would take this character down and just make sure all 3 of your characters are faster than Exo Cookie, and that they can withstand at least these 2. And then you can just focus on Wayne if you want to, or you can focus on one of these. All you gotta make sure is to take down this guy, because if you take him down and all your characters are just faster and do enough damage to kill Exo Cookie before he gets off an attack, then you go into the 3rd fight with 3 characters, you know what they're gonna do. Or you can take damage here, because like there's only 2 characters here, and then make sure you kill one of these guys with your tag. So you can either have 2 fight here, because like you're gonna take damage on one of the fights. It doesn't matter. Like with the tag, unless your characters are one-shotting, which I highly doubt. So there's like, you can either take 2 on here and 2 on here, because then your tag would take down one of these. You just gotta pick which one you want. It all just depends on your characters. Or you take down both of these before taking damage, and then you basically just have a fight against 3. Which I would go more that route, because these guys aren't as strong as Exo Cookie, and this guy is faster than these 3. Although I don't know which one would hit harder. Yeah, I would try to go. I don't know if you take down Wayne before he attacks, because he's got the boost. If you can't, then I would focus on probably the middle one, because you got retaliate damage here. Or you can just focus on that and just take it down quicker. Yeah, there's a few ways to do it. It just depends. But your tag is probably key into figuring out which order you want to go in. For me, most likely I would just try to take down the faster character in the first fight. Destroy Exo Cookie, because I mean, he's only at 3.33, even though he's a tank. Like, you should be able to put in enough damage with 3 characters. And then you got these 3 to worry about. Or you can always use like a defensive, like a speedster and 2 defensive characters for retaliate damage. Because it also depends on orbs. Like if you have a ton of orbs, or high level orbs. See, that's another thing that breaks the game is orbs, man. Like having like level 5s or the level 6s that are there, because there are level 6s. Yeah, those break the game a lot. They really do. I mean, it is a gold sync, sort of, but not really, because they don't sell level 5s or 6s in the shop. So I mean, they do have level, I think they have level 5 attack and stuff like that, but the actual other level 5s and stuff like that, you have to wait for them, which is kind of annoying. But that does break the game as well, because like in PvP, if you've been playing a while, or if you just have a ton of gold, because you have gold coming in, then yeah, it breaks it. Because you can be the same level and just have better orbs and you could just win a fight just because of that. And that shouldn't be the case. You know what would be interesting if they actually added in more gens? Like, because the game's already not balanced in terms of a lot of things, but I wonder what would happen if they added in more like gens. Or a character, I wonder what would happen if a character had 3 gens. Would that work? I mean, it would take more damage from everything. How would you be able to do that, though? I mean, you could have it be neutral or something. Then that defeats the purpose unless it has something special about it. I don't know. It's just hard to decide. Like, heroic mutants were supposed to be like the thing, but they kind of nerfed them way beyond what they should have. Cause yeah, they have an extra orb, but they're not strong enough now, even with that orb. I don't know. Putting out newer characters more often is probably their best bet, and keeping it like sort of fresh. But older characters are just gonna get knocked to the side at that point. Like basically what was happening. But at least the meta kept changing from every couple of, not weeks, but like if a really good character came in, then you would start seeing it pop up a lot more in PvP and stuff like that. Which made it a little bit more interesting in terms of PvP. But now we just basically have like the standard set of stuff that people run. And we haven't really seen, besides when people like Glubber is gonna be one that's gonna start popping up a lot more for sure, considering it's in this event. Colossus, because he's in the thing now, so you'll probably start seeing quite a few of him. Jurgen was one when they added it into the thing, dude. That thing just exploded. Yeah, unless they want to rework the stats on characters every couple of months, they would just have to keep putting in new characters. Like, that's the only option to keep the game the meta changing long enough for people to not stick with certain characters. How's the beta? It's pretty much the same thing, just more events. That's it. It's 351 events or 351 stages, or it can be higher. Just depends on how many stages they want to have. But it's 300 plus stages, and there isn't really too much of a difference. I didn't get all the way through raid, but the raid is basically, there's like more waves, so they try to add more waved fights. So like normally, like all the way through the Japan event, you have 3 characters, no waves. In the experiment they had a couple. In raid they have a lot more, but even with that, like the levels, I don't know how they're gonna balance levels. Cause like I don't know if it's basically the event, but like I don't know if you played during the hardcore events and stuff like that. It's basically that, just tougher characters. It's just more stats on characters, waived events and stuff like that. So just more PvE basically. And the rewards are not set in stone, and the price point isn't set in stone yet either, I guess. Because we didn't have to pay that much gold, but that isn't the price that it's going to be when it comes out, so I don't know what the pricing is going to be and if it's going to be worth it. So even if they do add it in, some people aren't going to be doing the event just because it might not be worth it in terms of like, let's say you have the character that's in there, the other rewards might not be enough for you to say, yeah, let me drop let's say the event takes like 1,000 gold or what. I don't know exactly how much they're going to plan on releasing the event for, but if it's too much gold, people aren't going to do it. Plus there's not enough gold for people that don't have forges and furnaces to do those events every 2 weeks, because there's no way they can farm up that much gold unless they actually buy gold, which I feel like a lot of people don't want to do either. So there's got to be ways to get gold. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know when it's going to release. I didn't actually ask. Because even if they say, let's say they say it's next month, it might take a little bit longer to release than next month. Just because you don't know what stuff's gonna happen. So I would just say expect it sometime soon. Next couple of months maybe. Because even if they release it, there's probably still gonna be more bugs. Because the rewards in the beta, they weren't actually giving. There was a bug, even though you made it all the way through, the rewards weren't the they weren't the actual rewards, plus they didn't actually get sent to you, which I feel like is an easy fix because it's just you already have that system in place. But I could see a ton of problems arising by people, like when the event comes out initially, there's going to be so many people doing it. Yeah, there's going to be definitely some stuff going on with it. So even if the event were to release right away, I would wait at least. Like I wouldn't try to do it within the first few hours that it comes out. Just to save yourself some passes and stuff like that. Plus I feel like they need to increase the at least in raid, they need to increase the amount of experience that you get for characters. Because it's not enough, first off, for the amount of passes you're spending. Because the fights, they increase in passes. Like one of the fights is 30. Like some of them are 20. Like imagine how many passes you're going to need to get through 200 floors. And you don't get nearly as much experience. Not really fame. I could say fame, but I could see why they don't want to give fame away. But yeah, they need to increase the amount of experience first off, so that way it's at least a little bit better if you're spending gold and credits, because the credit amount plus the amount of experience, and then also adding in the amount of passes, like you're better off just farming the division, which already is really bad in terms of experience and credits, but you would get more out of that than you would the fights, which it shouldn't be that way. So let's see, album, neon lights. Let's try this again. Play. Yeah, it's a interesting event for sure. Yeah, hopefully they increase it though, or give us a power up to increase it, or let us increase our overall rewards or something, or give us a option to, like, if we are going to spend gold on the raid and stuff, give us an option to not take the character in replace of something else, because some of us don't need the characters, so we would just be completing it for no reason, honestly. Yo, they should actually give away boxes. That's a good way to give away characters. Just have a box instead of a character at the end of like a raid. Although people would complain. Although we're spending gold to get in the raid, so the reward has to be good enough for people to spend that much. Which I feel like currently it's not enough. For the prices they probably want to put on it, it's probably not enough. Unless that's one of the ways they're gonna start giving away the newer characters. So I know we have a newer character coming out. Like, let's say that was in the raid instead, as just a normal version, and then you could buy the gold version. That might be an interesting way to do it. So you would pay what, like 3K to get into a raid. That's assuming you can make it all the way through. Or you can pay, I don't really know if 3K would be a good amount. Maybe you get them 1,000 cheaper, so let's say 2K. You can buy them in the shop for 3K. That way people could still buy them without having to spend more, but if they're able to get through the raid, they can spend a little bit less. I don't know. But yeah, we're getting through this so that way we can get the skin for the Valentine's Day character, which you currently don't need, but it's always a good idea just to have them. That's another thing they need to add in more, is the bingos. They really need to add in more. Because right now there's not I mean, there's a ton of them, but for people I've been playing a while, there's really not that many. And we keep getting new characters that aren't needed for a bingo, so we're just basically buying the characters just to have them. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Hopefully it comes out soon. We're at 38. I should have actually just leveled up Buffalo real quick in the division so I don't have to use them. I mean, I could level up, I gotta make Glover. I gotta make quite a few platinums. 238. I wonder if I have any characters. I mean, still Garden, but I think it's this one. Where's... Okay, it's... Well, Zeus is right there. I was looking for this one. It's at level 44. The characters do I have to level? I have Jurgen to level as well. I have so many characters to level. I don't know if I'm gonna use the tag or not. Doesn't quite one-shot anymore at this level. Yeah, I would have to get it up a little bit higher. The browser's starting to lag too. Yeah, I gotta get a lot of stuff done still. I just need to start getting it done, honestly. It just sucks that the beta was during the week. They did plan it to do it on a weekend, which would have been a lot better. I feel like everyone had stuff to do. Unless they're gonna give us more stuff this weekend? I don't know. I gotta beat this. I gotta... I don't think I'm gonna buy the box because it's 1,000. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll just see what I get. My computer's starting to get hot too, so my graphics card's gonna start making noise here in a minute. Oh, that's another thing that kind of sucks. I did buy a new fan, but it's gonna take a while to get here. I might have to just deal with the noise. I already start to hear it. Yeah, I can feel the heat already as well. It's really not even running that hot. It's just once it goes over a certain amount, the fan just starts spinning faster for no reason. Like it's not even like the graphics card normally can go to quite a bit, but the minute it goes over 40, which isn't even that high of a temperature for it to be at, it starts, the fan just kicks into overdrive for no reason. Even though I can, like, I technically capped it at a certain speed, but for some reason it still speeds up. Like it's just a broken fan. And I cleaned the entire graphics card too, which kind of... I need to buy more thermal paste though. I'm just gonna replace the fan for now. And then I guess start saving up for another graphics card. $44, let's go. Yeah, I need to level characters. I just don't feel like leveling, man. Like, it takes so long to level one character, and like the best place to do it is also the most like broken, worst place to go for me. Because I didn't like PvP already. Like, it was okay, but like the minute they started adding in orbs and all this other stuff, abilities and all that stuff, it just became just unbearable. And now it's just beyond broken, and even if it was somewhat balanced, I mean, it would be a lot better. I could probably play it without actually having to worry too much, but yeah, it's just so broken. Can we go with? I don't mind, doing pretty good. It's just early in the morning. It's like 1:30 for me. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I'm just chilling. I don't have enough friend spaces, I don't think, anymore. Sorry. I might have like 10, but I had to kind of save those in case I need to add anybody. I haven't cleaned out my friends list, so it's just way too many people to clean out. Honestly, I just need to honestly just delete everybody and then re-add everybody, but it's just too much work too, because like Facebook limits the amount of people you can actually delete and add, and I don't know, I do a bunch of dumb stuff, honestly. But I have I'm literally like almost max. I can't really add any more people because I do need to save space for people I have to add, and I always have to. I always like having at least some space. Although I feel like Facebook should definitely increase the amount of friends we should have. Like at this point, like I understand why early on they just wanted us to have 5K, whatever. But at this point, they should just let us have as many as we want. Or at least like 10K or 20K or something. Or let us pay for more. Because I hate being capped at 5K. Because then I have to, every like, I don't know, couple months, I have to delete a ton of people, add a ton of people. And everyone always gets mad because you don't add them and this and that. It's not even my fault, it's Facebook's fault. If you want to get mad at somebody, get mad at Facebook. Because they cap us at 5K. And then they recently, like before we could actually like you were able to, I don't know when they implemented it, but you were able to delete a ton of people. And now I think they limit you to a couple hundred or something like that. Because I hit the limit. I don't remember how many people I deleted, but you basically have to do it like for like a week straight, is delete like a couple hundred people every day. And then adding as well is like a weird, like after a certain amount they'll be like, oh, you can't add anybody else today. You have to wait like 24 hours or something. I don't know, they put limits on everything. I guess for bots, maybe? I don't know why they actually do it like the way they do it, but it's really annoying because it takes me a lot longer to clean out the friends list. And it already takes forever because you gotta go through 4,000 people. But I'll clean it out. I just haven't had time. I need to start making time though. I need to just start well, this year I was supposed to make more videos, which didn't happen. Like I did it for the first month, and then this month I just haven't been doing it. I was supposed to make one every day, which isn't really that hard. I can do it. It's just I always get sidetracked. Like I start playing something else. I play a ton of games that I don't actually upload, or like I'll try some new games that people tell me to play, but I don't actually make videos for them. Or I'll record it and then like it'll sit there for like months and then I'll just delete it. Like I have like 3 or 4 different games that I played last week that are just sitting there. There's their content, like I literally have content sitting there. It's just, I don't know. Before it used to be like a priority, like that would be always the first thing I do. Now it's not really. I mean, it could be though. It's just I would have to start doing certain things a lot less. Like sleep. Like people don't realize how much sleep I didn't get when I was actually doing all this stuff. And now everyone expects me to make like a ton of content. But yeah, I'd just rather get some sleep, man. Like right now I could be getting some sleep, but I just might stay up pretty late. And tomorrow, well, technically today's Valentine's Day. Yeah, I gotta start making more content. I just don't know what games I want to do it for. Like I have like I'll end up playing it, but I don't know if I want to upload content for it. Because everyone already does it, and it's so hard to break into new games. Although you have to. Like you just gotta do it, and you just never know what's gonna work. I don't know. I just might start. Give it just yeah, I think I'm just gonna start putting in more time to YouTube itself. Now I usually get 8 hours a day because yeah, I mean sleep's good for you. But I can't, I mean I would just have to get used to sleeping like 4 hours like I was before. But in doing so, 2 to 3 pots of coffee. At one point, I think I was up to like 4, just to stay. So the more, and then at night to then wake back up and do it all over again. And I haven't actually drank any coffee in like a year. No, it's been actually I drank some a couple months ago. But I tried to not drink coffee. Which most people think it's hard not to drink caffeine. It's not really that hard. It's just you'll need more sleep because you get tired hella quick. At least I do. Without any caffeine, I'm just like, content done when you don't sleep. Like I was before for each game. And then render them out, and then which usually depending on how many videos I had to get done, you'll get like a good hour of sleep real quick, set a timer for when it's finished, wake up, upload them, set a timer for those, and then put the content out. And I used to do like 6 to 10 videos a day, maybe even more. And then start all over. I don't know how I found that. Maybe I just gotta start doing it again and I'll get used to it. Because I already know what I have to do. Like I already know like how much time certain things are gonna take. I would just have to figure out like what games I would want to play, stuff like that. I'll make sure I stick to a certain schedule. I gotta find some good games to play though. Dude, this is so laggy. I have to reload. It's probably gonna lag, but I have to reload. It's becoming way too laggy. Could stream a lot more too, because I usually get on around like 5-ish, and we'll play Xbox from like 5 to 10, like 2, 3, 4 hours. And I usually don't stream. I was streaming there for a while, play a ton, but you guys just don't see it because I don't stream it. I don't make content for it and stuff like that, which I yeah, because I was doing I just had to be on a good day playing it. But I've been liking Apex, man. I can sit there and play Apex for a while. And the minute you get everything down, at least for me, and it starts becoming like I can do repetitive for quite a while, honestly. But when it starts getting stale and stuff like that, I just don't want to play it as much, or I switch to something else. But currently, like Apex, I don't know the map. I played it, the new map, and the new season. I played so far for maybe less than a week. It's been like 4 days. Although each of those days is varying. Like today I only played like 2 hours. I think in all this season I played maybe 10 hours of Apex. So that's really not that much time. But I'm finding it fun, and I'm actually learning because they changed a bunch of stuff compared to when I used to play. So it's actually fun to learn. And then Fortnite, they need to I don't know. I'm just tired of getting matched against people that go insane with the building in Fortnite. Cause like I'm just trying to play casually with some friends and squads or duos, and then you meet people that just go crazy with the building and editing, and I'm just like, I don't really want to try that hard. Cause then you have to like, it becomes like, after a while, it just becomes mentally draining. Not mentally draining, but like I'm sitting there like shooting, building, editing, thinking, like it just becomes way too much, as to where like Apex or like a shooting game in general, don't really have to think too much. But Fortnite has way more stuff going on. Like these games, I can literally go through this event and just zone out for a good hour or two. Like if I wasn't streaming, or like I used to do when I used to do these events, I would just turn on a movie or some music and then zone out and then just do the event, come back, make the videos I needed to make and stuff like that. But I feel like a lot of it's streaming. It's weird. It's like it's gotta like you gotta find that balance of streaming and videos. 'Cause I feel like Facebook isn't quite where like videos do work, but like streaming, they've been trying to get their streaming stuff up, and then YouTube as well. But I don't know. It's weird. Like you gotta find a good amount of stream and video. And I just haven't figured out which I want to do more of. Because videos are pretty easy, honestly. Like or at least before, what I used to do was to get like 3 or 4 videos done in advance, basically. So it would be like I'll do 3 different games one day. Get all those videos done and then upload those 3 or 4 or whatever, set them, and then I would know I have like at least videos for those 3 days, and then I would go just make as much content as possible during those 3 days and then repeat the cycle. And then of course you had to do the new events and stuff like that. I don't know, I just gotta find a game I want to get into. Like I've been liking Black Clover. I haven't played it in the past like day or two. Which is my fault. But I've been liking that, although I could already tell it's gonna get pretty either grindy or like you're just gonna have to like the whole jewel thing is, I guess, what holds it back, because there was like new characters, but you didn't have enough to get all the way through the step up on that. And then next month on March something, we have the 7 Deadly Sins mobile game. I don't know, we have a ton of games coming out, especially this year too. I just need to start streaming more. Like Halo's coming out. Oh, I'm gonna be playing a ton of that. Hopefully it's good, because if not, then that's gonna suck. I've been wanting to play Call of Duty Mobile. It's just, I know if I get into that game, I'm gonna put in so much time, and yeah, that's just more time I don't have. Like I think that's another thing I don't want to get into, is like certain games. I not really don't want to get into them. It's just I know if I get into them, like I'm gonna be playing them, and then like in terms of content, like you don't know what content's gonna do good for you. So sticking to one game or stuff like that. You have to have multiple games you play. Basically what it comes down to. Like before I had 4 or 5 main games. I had videos coming out for like 4 or 5 different things at once. Or actually I think it was more than that, but like there was enough different things. It didn't matter if something didn't happen during one thing. I could always just do something else for something else. And I think that worked well. But now I'm like, I don't know what I want to put my time into. Like I can put my time into a little bit of Fortnite and Apex, which I'm already doing, so I might as well just throw it in there. I've been playing Mutants a lot more lately, so it's probably going to be definitely something I'm playing. And then we have Black Clover, which I started playing, Bleach. What else am I playing? There's 5 games like right there. And like that's not even the tip of how many games I play. The reason I play a ton of mobile games is because it's so easy to play. Because I can play it on my phone. So like I can, like when I'm, like even when I'm, I'll get off my computer and I'll go lay down and then I'll sit there and play for another like hour. So yeah, I was thinking about grinding out Apex Legends. So I'm definitely gonna start probably putting more content into that, or at least for a while until I get bored of that game again. Because I played it when it first came out, and then I got bored after like a couple months. But I just don't feel like putting in too much time into streaming a game that no, I shouldn't say it like that. Like I don't know, it just depends on how often we're gonna get new stuff for Apex. It's like it took them a while. Like yeah, we're getting new heroes and stuff like that. The whole hero thing in Apex is nice. But I usually stick to 2 or 3 main characters because like learning multiple characters might be a good thing. I guess for like video content, people learn a bunch of different characters. But I stick to 3 different characters, so adding in more characters than that, especially like if you're going competitive with Apex, then you would want to stick to 2. Like 2 would be minimum. More than that's just extra, but I feel like most people just play 1 main and then they have an extra one just in case if someone you're playing with plays that character as well, or if you're random matching and somebody picks your character. I usually have 3 because like let's say I random match and both those characters get picked, I always have a 3rd. But I feel like Apex is more with friends and stuff. Which stage am I on? I don't know. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna. Well, I've been playing a lot more Apex. Like me talking about it, I kind of want to play it. We're at 67 currently. Yeah, I just don't know what I want to farm in terms of like games. Because I'm having fun with Apex, and that's just basically playing because I don't really know the map, learning all the new stuff that they added in and or changed, and then the ranking system. I think when it starts getting way too competitive in the ranking system for me, I might get bored. Or maybe I won't, I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, I've been this past week, I've been playing a ton of Apex. But I gotta figure out what kind of content I want to put out. Like, do I want to put more time into videos or streaming? Am I done with the PvP? I don't do PvP. Like, I do PvP to mess around, or just to get up to the tokens. So that's top 10%, I think. No. What's the 3 tokens at? Because top 10% is gold. Top 30% or something like that. I don't do PvP. I don't like it. It's too broken, and it's too. I would rather go play a different game than play PvP on this game. Maybe people have fun in it, but I feel like it's not fun. And if I don't want to get burnt out on this game, then I don't touch PvP. I mean, it's good video, I guess, but that only sustains for so long because it gets really repetitive, because you're either going to use the same characters. Even if I level up newer characters, like the only thing I could really change are orbs and stuff like that. But yeah, I haven't decided what I want to do with PvP. I don't know. We'll see. We will see. Because, like, I think PvP does pretty well in terms of views and stuff like that. It's just, I despise it. It's beyond broken. Like, we broke it the other day. We got somebody that was some of the levels like 19. Just because we were losing a ton and stuff like that. And I'm pretty sure I can break it a lot more than that. Which should never happen. But it does, so. But no, I usually just do PvP up into either for videos, which I feel like I kind of stopped doing that because I don't want to do too many. Plus, it was getting kind of boring for me. I don't know. I just gotta find what I want to put my time into. I've been writing a lot lately, and just putting my time into other stuff besides getting content done. But I think I'm gonna start putting in. Well, I was putting in time, just not as much as I used to, I guess I should say. Let's go to maybe find similar. Here's just a regular version. Do you have Glover, and what orbs do you use on it? I have Glover, but I don't have him in Platinum, so I'm not technically using him. But if you are gonna use him, I think he's mid tier speed, so he's right in the middle. I think he's like 6 or 7. What's his speed at? And what's his ability? So it also depends on what you're using him for. I do have, technically I do have him, and I could get him into a platinum. I just haven't done it yet because I've just been lazy, like I said. I just need to start getting out content like I was. I think this month, that was my whole goal for this year, but it kind of lasted a month and then kind of died down. I think I need to start up again. Cause yeah, we're already 14 months into the second month this year. So, I mean, I know I can do it. It's just actually doing it, I guess. Let's see, Glubber. Where is he? What is he? Oh, he's right here. 7.14. So you can double up. I really wouldn't double up on the curse damage. I mean, you could if you wanted to, but I think most people don't. You could throw on the speed, which they're gonna be selling level 4s, so you can get them to a pretty good amount of speed if you're gonna use them as a try attack, like for clearing PvP or stuff like that. There are other characters that are better than him in terms of speed and try attack that you can use for PvE. I have those characters, I just haven't leveled them. Like I said, I need to. I think one of the goals for this year is to complete all these characters for like silver, platinum. Like there's so many characters that I'm missing just like one thing on. I think I want to try to complete them all. Anyway, you could also do a double orb in terms of boost, just because you would do quite a bit of damage, plus you get the cursed, so it's double, so you get boost and cursed, which I have seen works decently. You can double up on attack if you're gonna run speed. Doubling up on attack is always good. 1 attack, 1 HP. Depending on what level orbs you have, I have also seen somebody use shield as the second. So you're either going to be running 2 abilities, or you're going to double up on whatever you're going to use them for: attack, defense. Which defense is basically like if you're using him as a defensive character, you can give him more HP just to so he doesn't die right away. But I feel like he's more of an attacker. I don't know, there's a few options in running Glover. It's really up to you. Double the curse? You could do a double curse for sure. Like I said, it just depends on what you want to run with him. I see a lot of people double up his ability. So it's basically having curse and boost. So that's a double ability, which both of those are really strong, and people like doubling those up. Or you can double down on cursed if you want to. Although with curse damage, I think it works better if you're the one controlling it, because sometimes in PvP, like the AI doesn't know to use the try attack over the other one, so sometimes they'll just attack with that, which is kind of dumb. But yeah, you could do that. Have the cursed and then the level 5, or you can just do double cursed. But yeah, running speed is probably your best bet. But yeah, there's a few options. It also depends on your other characters, what you're running on those. I'm just too lazy to get those characters all the way max to start messing around with that stuff. I mean, I'll eventually have to do it. And that's a ton of content there that I can get out and upload. But I think this year I'm going to do that. I mean, why not, right? Might as well. Plus, I've been up later a lot lately. I've been sleeping pretty well, but I feel like I've been playing a lot more instead of sleeping, like I was before. Yeah, so I got a ton of games that I can play with. I'm gonna use them for campaign and PvP. Yeah, having the dual ability is always nice, but yeah, I mean, you can double up on cursed, because with certain characters for PvP, if you double up on the cursed, they're not, even if they get to attack, they're not going to hit you for anything. Although most of those characters in PvP are going to be A lot of people run tankers, and I've been seeing a lot of mid-tier characters lately, like Glubber, like Time Bender, like what's the other one? Heimdall. There's a few other ones that are in there, but even with the orb to increase cursed for Glubber, it's still not gonna fully bring their attack down to nothing, but it'll help your character survive when they're getting hit. But then it also offsets if their characters have boost. So, and especially if they're tankers and they have boost, like you're still dead. But yeah, that orb combination does work. Most people double up on, like, if you're gonna use Glubber for mainly PvP, or not PvP, PvE, which I have a different character in mind for doing that, which is what's that character? What's going on, Rick? What's that character? I forgot his name. I'll look at him here in a second. I was gonna level him. It's just I don't want him to be my tag, so I'm gonna have to make a new tag or a new character, so that way I can have that as my tag and level that up first. But where is he? He's right here, Animus. So I was gonna have him as my speedster, or I could actually get her into platinum, which might be a little bit hard to do, but I think it's doable. Because she also has her tri-attack and she's a speedster, so I could use her. But either way, like, no matter which one I pick, I'm like, it would be my tag, so I'm gonna have to figure out a different character. I was thinking Jurgen, but then I would have to make another platinum version of him because I currently have him in platinum. Yeah, my dilemma is, like, I don't know what character I want my tag to be. Like, I like it as Bufflore because he hits so good. Like, he hits for 120k minimum. Like, that's just his minimum attack. Even if he doesn't hit for strong, brutal, or anything like that, he hits for 120k. I don't even think I have level do I have level 5 attack orbs on him? I might. Let me check. I don't remember what I have. No, I have level 4, so I don't even have max orbs on him. His attack could still go up. But I could either make a new one, which is an option, or I could pick a different character as my tag. So I don't know what to do. But either way, I'm gonna have to level the characters. So, but reminds me. Yeah, we're just gonna figure out what we want to do. Like, I was thinking about doing PvP for this game and leveling characters, but even leveling characters is kind of, it's bad. It's really bad because, like, the only way to level characters in this is to basically use the PvP system to level, because it's the fastest way to get experience, unless you want to farm up like thousands and thousands of divisions. Even with experience orbs on, it just takes forever. So the best way to do it is PvP, and PvP is pretty broken, and I feel like every time I play PvP, I just, like, after a while I just get fed up with it. And it's always like, everyone always uses the same set of characters. There's no benefit. For one thing they could do, honestly, in my opinion, for PvP to fix meta at least a little bit, is have boosts for certain characters every week. So you would have, like, so maybe a defensive set of characters and an attack set of characters, or maybe just 6 characters or 8 characters or something like that in general that have an increased boost stat or something like that. So they would either have attack, defense, HP, something to increase their stats to get people to use different characters for PvP attack teams and defense teams, and make certain characters more better, and also change like PvP every week. So like I don't keep seeing the same characters every 100 fights because it gets really annoying. Like, yeah, I use the same characters. The only reason I do that is because I don't really want to level up other characters, and figuring out your whole tag thing, which is still pretty broken. Like for me to level up all the other characters I have to max, I would have to figure out which tag I want him to have, level him up first, and then level up all my other characters. And with the like discount recently, we went up another 4 levels. So, but yeah, I feel like if they give us stat boosts on certain characters for PvP, it'll change it up a little bit. I mean, people will still run all these broken characters, but I feel like with the boosts, it might change it up a little bit, and we might have like we might actually need other characters besides the ones we have, and maybe we could level those that week during PvP because it would be better to use them. I don't know. There's a ton of stuff that they could do to fix the game, or not really fix it, but make it a little bit more tolerable and change it up each week. Because that's one thing they don't have. They don't have a like. Yeah, they can add in new characters, which is what the previous team used to do. What orbs you put out on your Jurgen? He's really good with attack. You can actually double up on his retaliate, or you can actually double up on have the retaliate and boost, because he has a ton of HP. You can also like put 1 HP and 1 like retaliate. But if you have like the high level retaliate orbs, which is I think is level 5. Is there level 5? 3? What do you mean 3? Yeah, having him have like crazy high retaliate, it actually is pretty good because he has a ton of HP already. You can use speed on him as well, or you can actually just go without speed and switch that and put the retaliate there and then double up on HP. There's a few builds you can use with Jurgen. It just depends on what you have and what your highest orbs are. Or you can just go with straight up speed. Like have the speed orb, and then from there it just depends if you want to use double attack, or an attack HP, or the double retaliate. But I feel like most people tend to try to keep him with more attack because he hits like crazy. But yeah, for PvP, it's like there's a few options that they could do. We'll see what they pick though. They haven't really done anything with PvP. Even if they had a ranking system, the ranking system would be pretty broken. And people would just try to stay in lower ranking tiers when they didn't need a mutant. So that way they, like when mutant does come out that they want, they could just power through it and get into that top 1%. I think that's why they don't add a, because I seen somebody say that too. Just make a ranking system, but it's just like, that just makes the game even worse. Because then like, people could abuse that, and I mean, game. I don't know. There isn't really a way to balance PvP because there's too many variables at this point. But I think having the increased boost stats, that'd be pretty cool. And it would change it up at least a little bit. At least we'd start seeing some different teams. Because I feel like I see the same characters over and over and over. Alan, what's going on? Yeah, we're just chilling, getting through this event. The only reason I'm going through the event is for the skin character. I know some people aren't going to want to get the skin character because it's an old character, first off, and second off, you don't currently need it for anything, but I do recommend getting it because you never know. There's a ton of characters that we didn't actually need, but like every once in a while they'll pop up in bingos and stuff like that. And it's happened quite a few times, like Christmas characters and stuff like that. Like we just have like random bingos that well, we haven't had too many lately, but if they're going to continue to work on the game and stuff like that, improve stuff and like stuff along those lines, then the skin characters is definitely characters you're going to need sooner or later. The silver stars aren't more valuable. As of right now, they're more valuable, but having a character that you might not be able to get again for a while, and then let's say towards the end of this year they put in a special bingo like we had at Christmas, although that was already a bingo that already existed a year prior. But let's basically say a random bingo pops off because there's like 4 or 5 characters, maybe more than that. Like Midas, like there's certain characters. Well, actually, I think Midas is needed for bingo. There's a few characters that currently aren't needed for any bingo. So let's say that pops off, and that's the next set of next set of bingo characters, and you need that skin version. And you didn't get it during this event, and the only way to get it is maybe they'll have it next year or something. But it's always better to collect characters and skins that you might not be able to get because you never know when you're going to need them. So those 9 stars might be more appealing to you just because it's like, oh, I don't need that character. But let's say this character is in a line that you actually get gold from, or a furnace, or maybe instead of gold or silver stars we get gold stars. Like, you just never know what's gonna pop off. But for me, in terms of characters, it's always like if I have to choose between a character or stars, or a character in anything, and it's a skin version or stuff like that, I go for it. Like with the whole Valentine's Day box, with the character that we currently have in the Valentine's Day box, like he was a skin version in the box, and it took literally a year for him to pop back up, which is this event, and you did need him for this. I already have him because I got him the first time around when we didn't actually, well, I think we needed him. We need him at that time. But like all of these were locked. We didn't know what characters we're gonna need. I think they just randomly added these into it at that time. But like you just never know which characters. Like this is event characters. Like you don't know what the next bingo set of characters is. So It's always good just to have them. Plus, I like collecting the characters. But yeah, it's just really up to, like, some people will prefer the stars. In my opinion, it's always a good idea to get skin character. But you never know, like they might bring him back, maybe not in an event or anything, and like he'll pop up in a bingo, and then you have to actually buy him for gold next time or something. Or maybe next time they'll have him in an event, but since you didn't get him in this event, you have to waste more stuff in that event where you could have got different stuff. But yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I was just like, gold stars are kind of more valuable. Because, I mean, it's 9 of them, but in my opinion, like, even if it's just a small chance that we need that character later, I would rather have it than 9 silver stars. Although I don't really need silver stars in general, because I can craft those. Also, that's another thing that you could do is start crafting. Like if you guys are low on meds, or not really low on meds, but like if you guys, well, I guess a lot of people waste a ton of meds on PvP. But one good thing to do is craft a ton of meds, and then use those to craft and try to get as many stars as you can. That's going to be your best option. Honestly, they need to do something about the crafting of the whole med lab thing. I think it needs its own space. Because I mean, I don't know. I guess that's another thing that you just gotta give up, give and take. Like I see a lot of people only run like 1 or 2 med things, so they can add in more. Like if I didn't have to run all the med labs, I would literally, I can fit a space for 4 more characters. And if I'm doing the whole credit farm thing, of course that's going to be a better option than having more meds. But meds are important. Like if you're playing PvP or crafting upwards 4 stars, which that's what I use them for. I don't really use them for PvP. I use them I use them to craft. I use meds to craft. Although it used to be a lot better, but they did change the system up a little bit. I wouldn't use 7, I use 3. So they changed the system up a little bit. It used to be better to use more, but now it's actually better to use less, because the odds of getting stars is already low. So you can, let's say you, like before you used to be able to use 7, but like even with 7, your odds for getting the stars, it doesn't change from using less. So, and you only gain 1 extra bronze star. So like at 5, I think 5 or 7 meds, you get 4 stars, 4 bronze stars. But at 3, you actually get 3 bronze stars. So yeah, you may lose out on one of them, but somebody who's using 7 meds, I can do twice the crafts. So you use 3. So you basically put 3 of meds, whatever you want to use. I'll show you here in a minute. And then you have a chance to craft a ton of other stuff, and then you can use that stuff to craft, and it's just a continuous cycle. Plus the crafting you should be doing during the jackpot one. There's a few that are really good to craft on. The jackpot one, the challenge tokens, the reactor tokens. Passes are always a good one. It just depends on what you need, honestly. But yeah, use 3. Use three meds and it'll take quite a while. Alright, let me go start this character because it's gonna take a while for us to get it. Oh, it takes 10 minutes. Never mind. I guess I'm gonna make a video for that later. By I mean later, probably right after the stream. And so I gotta start getting out content. Anyway, yeah, for crafting, it all depends on what you're crafting. You can craft silver stars and stuff like that, but I feel like all the other crafts require stuff you should be saving, so I don't use any of them anymore. But a lot of people I notice have been using auto clickers. So it used to be frowned upon, but now apparently it's perfectly fine. So I mean, if you want to use it, go for it. Honestly, Mutants just needs to add their own system for somewhat of, not an auto clicker, but just a timer, so that way we can craft without having to be on. Do you know the recipes for the special orbs? Not offhand, no. Not anymore. Like, they changed all the orb crafting system, so I don't know them anymore. Like, they were set in stone for the longest time, and since they changed them, there was no reason for me to learn them, because all the stuff you can craft is not worth. Unless they want to change that system and let us craft higher level orbs with certain things, or just have better crafting in general, then I'll learn it, but it's not worth learning all those. Because anything you can craft is not going to be... It's like, for the amount of stuff you're going to pay for it, it's not worth it if you're going for stars. If you're going for orbs, there are like little things you can do to get certain things, but even those, like, they require like stuff you're probably going to want to hold on to. Like, there are certain crafts for like stars and stuff like that that require jackpot tokens, reactor tokens and challenge tokens. And yeah, that's something you should be holding on to. Yeah, it's not worth it, in my opinion. It's not worth making any of those orbs. Like, they're just not worth it. Like, you're going to spend too many of your resources that are actually worth a lot more to get something that is literally given away in events if you wait long enough, or they'll have them in packs, or you can just buy them for gold. Although gold is, I guess, a lot more scarce depending on your level, but yeah, it's not worth it. Even with the special, like, I don't know. They need to make a better way to make crafting. Like, the system they implemented is not that good. Because they'll have level, like, if you're looking for speed orbs, they'll always have packs on those. I feel like you should be able to craft, like, I feel like all the orbs you should be able to craft with enough of the material. But I guess they don't feel the same. Because I don't want to spend a ton of gold just to get some orbs that really, I mean, they help, but I don't know. Ever since they added the orb system, it's just, It's not really the best with the orbs, man. Because currently the highest orb you can get is a level 6, which is insane. If they were going to add in level 6s, it should be like HP orbs, or EXP orbs. Fame orbs would be amazing too, which I doubt they'll ever do, but... Or credit, they can't really do credit orbs unless it's only for stages and not for farming. Yeah, there's a list out there. Like, I'm pretty sure if you just look up orb crafting in Google, yeah, it'll pop up. But yeah, I haven't learned the ways. I looked at it and I looked through them, but that was when they first changed it, and I was just like, yeah, none of these are worth remembering, so I just didn't even remember any of them. I know you can like change orbs from, which is nice. I guess I like how they added that in, where you could change like attack orbs into speed or whatever the orb you're trying to look for. Which is alright, but like you still waste like 3 to get 1 of the same level orb. I feel like it should upgrade. Or well, maybe not upgrade, but with chance to upgrade at least. Yeesh. I've never had any rewards disappear on me in crafting. I don't know what's going on. Although I don't really pay attention, so like when I'm crafting, I don't even go look and see if it's actually increasing. I'll check the thing in a minute, but I'll show you what I do with the med packs. Because I used to use them in PvP, but that was when I was playing PvP, and now that I'm not playing PvP, there's no point in me wasting. I mean, yeah, I still do waste a few, but I have enough med packs to where I could do both. So it's really not that big of an issue for me. Yeah, if you guys are wondering, the music's on Epidemic Sound. It's just a random playlist. So it's like a Valentine's Day playlist, apparently. Which I don't mind, considering it's technically Valentine's Day. So that's why you guys are wondering. Just it keeps playing like love typey songs. Anyway, here's the last reward. Yeah, see, even this, like the levels, like compared to the beta and stuff like that. I mean, they're a lot higher, and then we get waves and stuff like that. But the cost, oof, the cost is so much. Yeah, they need a double experience, and there's just a ton of stuff that they need to do in just the PvP in general. But let's get this done. Get Glubber, even though we already have him. I'll make him into a platinum. I mean, I could do it technically tonight and get the video out, so that way I know people are going to be looking up him. Maxing him though is gonna kind of suck. I don't know. I gotta figure out. I'm gonna figure out what character I want to make my tag. I kind of like it as Bufflore, so I might have to make another Bufflore just for the hell of it, just to use as my tag. I mean, there's a few other characters I could use that hit like a tank. Ooh, we went up to 513. Look, 513. You get 200k credits, which is always, I think after like 150, it's always gonna be 200k or something. After a certain level, you always get 200k and always 50. So, yeah, that kind of sucks, man. And we hit 1 million finally. 1 million experience. 1 million. 1 million EXP to get up 1 level. That is insane. That's like division fights. That's 300 and something. Like we'll say like 330 or something like that. That is an insane amount of fights just to get 1 level. It's crazy. Let me put this character in the thing. Look at all these random characters. That's for a little bit later. I'll make a video for that. Alright, so the crafting's only 10 minutes, but the actual like timer to get the mutant is 1 day and 12 hours. It says 11 hours, but it's technically 12 hours because it's 11 hours and like 59 minutes or something. So basically a day and 12 hours before you get that character. It's insane. We do have meds to grab. Probably grab these. It's just it's so laggy right now that I got to gotta refresh and stuff. After I grab all these, I'll show you the crafting. There's quite a few things I need to do. I could switch it up and go play some mobile games because I need to go do all my dailies for those. I just need to start streaming that too. Because I do that every single day, which usually takes me like a few hours every single day. And I usually do them. I haven't been doing it over the past like 2 days because my computer's been, my graphics card's been acting up. But I might play some mobile after this. I don't know if I could stream it though, because it might be too laggy. I don't know. I haven't streamed it in a while, so I don't know how the settings are. In terms of crafting, let's actually go look at the crafting real quick. As you can see, I have 142 bronze stars. I mean, I had more, but I went and crafted gold stars. Because we had a jackpot token one recently, so I crafted during that. But currently we have this one, which is only another hour. Maybe it refreshes, goes to passes. I don't know. You could do the pass one. You could do whatever one you fancy, or maybe you just have certain, like over the weekend you have time. So you can do it then, and whatever rewards are there, whatever rewards are there. Orbs. I usually craft all mines up to level 1, just so it looks a little bit better. Like all of these are from the inbox, and then you also get level 1s from inbox. So I used all, that's what I crafted during the jackpot tokens. So yeah, that's a good way to get a bunch of level 1s, which I currently have. And then we have level 2s and stuff like that. I don't know how many I have. Probably don't have that many. Got level 3s. But here is the one you're going to be looking for. The black hole. Yeah, yesterday was reactor token. Yeah, but like the chances of actually getting a reactor token are really low, even if you're crafting high level stuff. But it's still a good idea to craft during those times, so make sure you do it. Like I did the tokens. Like I always do the tokens, even if I don't get to do the entire time. Like the jackpot one was like a really long time, but I wasn't on during the entire time. I think that's where when people actually go and use the auto clickers. I don't know if I want to use those or not though. But I noticed a lot of people have been using auto clicker lately. Why is my black hole different? It's just a skin from Valentine's Day that's basically a bug. It's just a bugged layover. That's it. So if you didn't play the Valentine's Day, like if you didn't actually come during the black hole, like yours won't look like this. It's just, this is from Valentine's Day of last year. So yeah, that's it. It's just the same thing. It's just like overlaid, because it just never went away. And yeah, if you didn't do that event, or if you did, like it was supposed to disappear, and it did for a lot of people, but there's some people that it bugged. It's just bugged. There's literally nothing I can do to change it. But basically, so there's 3 things you can use here. Actually, there's 4. I use 3, so I always use 3. And then you craft, and then you have a chance to get a ton of different stuff. Another thing you can actually use is this stuff, but it just depends on how much you have. Yeah, we got a level 3 of that. So you could also use these. I usually use 3 of these as well. A lot of people don't have as much as I do of this, but that's just because like inbox and stuff like that. I usually just save these ones because they're 1,000, like they're half. So like if you ever need it, it's just 2 of these and that's it. You could also use this, but I make so many meds that I don't need to use either of these. So yeah, but they're there if I want to use them. But I save these as well for PvP. So I craft with these, which is the ones I'm making. So I get them every 2 hours. So if I literally wanted to build up 20, 30,000 or like a crazy amount of these, I would just basically get up every 2 hours or get on every 2 hours, no matter what I'm doing, grab the stuff and then do it over again. So I have 16k. Like that's not even a lot considering I could have like 30, 40k, although I craft with them all the time. Like if I didn't craft with these, I would probably have maybe 100k or some crazy amount. But I'm always using these to craft. So yeah, but these you're going to be using for PvP or healing in general. It's because they're better to use. Plus you have a chance to make them with 3 of these. Like you can make 5 of these with 3 of these. So yeah, but it also depends on your med labs. I have a ton of med labs. The only reason I had that is because the black hole, like I said, or the crafting in general used to be a lot better. So like crafting was the way to get orbs, well, it's still a way to get stars and stuff like that, but you needed a ton of meds. Now with I mean, it's still a good idea to have med labs, but I feel like a lot of people prioritize credits now because of evil level and stuff. But yeah, you just basically use 3 of these and you have a chance for jackpot tokens, like just random stuff. But I usually save these. Some people craft with them. I wouldn't. You could also craft with the extra rewards. like these power-ups, because I have so many of them at this point, because it's, watch, I'll show you in a second. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I was trying to get the meds, but basically you can craft 3 of these up to, I think it's 5. I think you get 5 or 6, I can't remember, of these. So there's no point in ever making these, and I can use all 16 of these and get a couple thousand of these. So I'll just never run out of meds, honestly. Even if I play a crazy amount. You could also use these. I only have 2k of these just because you only get these unless you craft them. We can't craft these actually. Yeah, you shouldn't have too many of these, but it's a good idea to use them because you shouldn't be healing with them in general. So at some point when I get like a couple thousand, that's why I don't use these. Okay, that's one of the things they took away. I don't know why they took that away. You used to be able to craft these up. Oh, I think you have to do it with this, that's why. Yeah, it takes 9. So you can craft these up, but it's not worth it. But I wouldn't use them. Like, I would just never use these. So it's not really worth it for me to craft these up, because like it's not, first off, you use 9 of them. You only get 1 of the other ones. And you can't really do anything with them. They only heal for 1. Like, at some point I will craft these up into higher level. Like, I'll use all 2000 or whatever I have. But you get these in the mystery box, or basically the gifts every day. So the number will keep going up. But you can just keep getting a little bit of meds from that you could use to craft if you really wanted to. But yeah, you shouldn't ever be healing with these. I mean, I guess if you wanted to save a little bit, if there's like a little extra, I don't know. They're just there, honestly. Like, they ruined the like some of the crafting stuff that you could have actually used them. Yeah, we have 1700 and 1500 of these. You can also use these to craft, because there's no way, like, I could use a ton of these, but yeah, you can't craft with these anymore either. Yeah, see, the whole crafting thing is just broken. You used to be able to craft upwards with these. Now they're just there. Like, there's nothing you can do with them. Although I think you could use some of them. Yeah, the black hole is like pretty much like they broke too much of it for it to be worth anymore. Yeah, you used to be able to craft these up. So you'd use like 2 or 3. I think it was 3. And like you would basically have chance to get certain things, but now it's just not worth. Yeah, that kind of sucks. Can you use these still? Yeah, you can use those. I don't know why you would. Yeah, and crafting, honestly, it's probably just best to use these. Because you can make them too. What is the road for crafting? Nothing currently. You can't use them. I'm pretty sure you can use them in combination with other stuff, but currently you can't use them like you did before. Like, I don't know the recipes anymore, but yeah, there's no point in, I don't know, they broke the crafting system. That kind of sucks. I don't know, they need to figure out something to use to craft with these. Because once you get past a certain amount, like, I still have 175 days. I had, I think, 1,000 at one point because I used, like, I can sit there and spam them and I'll still have like 1,000 plus. Just because I have so many of them. Power-ups. Yeah, they're basically just, they just sit there. I usually use the 1-day ones so I can get rid of those. But before you could actually craft with them. So you would use the 3A ones and craft with these, but you can't do anything with them. Yeah, they're basically not worth using anymore. Well, besides actually using them, I guess. But like at a certain point, there like there's really no point in having like 1,000 days on these. You could just use them when you need them. This is the Christmas event one. This is the Easter event one. Yeah, these were during Christmas. These were during Easter. So they're basically the same thing. It just gives you 10 minutes. These are 10 minutes apiece. Which there's no point in using those. You used to be able to craft them too. I don't know if they took those away or not. Let's check. Yeah, you used to be able to craft them. Basically you could get them during the inbox and stuff like that, but I don't know if they took. Yeah, they took it away. Damn. So I used to be able to craft these, and it was another way for you to, because like we would use the power-ups. Like you would already have like 1,000 or whatever. So you would take these because you would get them from the daily stuff, and then you would have a chance to get stars and stuff. But you can't do anything with them anymore. Besides use them, of course, but it's not worth using them when you have like that levels up this. I have 28 days in that. Like I don't need any. Well, I do need more, but that's just, I can just go use these. Yeah, this just adds 10 minutes. Yellow is, of course, the anti-crit. Red, of course, is the crit, and then blue is the HP. I think the blue one gives you the 100%. I don't actually remember which one it gives you. I think it's the lowest one. I don't know. Yeah, I only use these when I actually need them. So I usually just leave them at like what they're at. Like yeah, there's only 15 days, but I have 1,500 of these. So like I would technically never run out. Plus I always craft more. But I just hate using them because it's you gotta sit here and click it. Like I had to click this 102 times just to get 102 days. But like if you could craft with these like you used to, then you would save these and use these. You would always use the level 3 ones or 3-day ones and stuff. There used to be a 7-day one as well, but yeah, they took out a lot of stuff and they kind of restricted some stuff. Is it okay if I use level 5 attack, level 5 shields, level 5 boost, and level 4 for Still Garden? What is he anyway? I don't know what he is. I have him, I just don't remember what he is. Where is he? Let's see Jurgen. Where is he? Where do I have him at? Here? That's... Damn it, I'm gonna have to go into this and find him. Oh my god, it's so laggy. Still Garden. A shield. I've seen a lot of people do the double shield. Like they double up on the shield. You could do shield boost. Speed's definitely a good idea. But yeah, having the shield definitely helps on him because he already has a ton of HP. And that shield, like if it's a high level orb one, it's insane. The one that's pretty broken with that is ED. So that'd be, where is he? He's right here. I don't currently have him in platinum because I haven't made an extra gold version of him. But when I do, I'll make him into a platinum. Actually, I might make him into my tag. Um, just because that might be a easy idea, just to, because it would be a good character to level, and it would be a good character as a tag, just because. Um, but yeah, doubling the shield up on this dude is insane. Because he gets like as much HP as shield. Actually, he gets more shield than HP. With the level 5s, it's insane. And then of course you would use either speed, or you can actually just ditch the speed and give him boost or something. Yeah, most of those would work. Like, there's a bunch of combinations you can use with characters, but it also depends on which characters you're using. So you should be, basically your team should be complementing each other. Like, my team doesn't complement each other at all. So like, I would have to get rid of one of these two. I don't have, like, I don't know, there's a few combinations you can use, but I just don't like doing any of that stuff. And I haven't for a long time. I haven't liked doing any of that. It's so broken. Where is he? I don't know where he is. He's like, none of these guys have orbs, by the way. Because he still has experience. Because he's not max level yet. It doesn't really matter what characters you put in PvP defense, just because, first off, there isn't a way for them to, like, currently there isn't a way for you not to get attacked by higher level people, so I don't know, it really doesn't matter. You should be going more based off of, like, it doesn't matter if you have like tanky characters, it's more based off of meta. So in a defensive team, you'd want either a ton of retaliate damage, or you're gonna have, like, Jurgen is gonna be one of the characters you're most likely gonna use, because he's a tank and he has retaliate and he has a tri attack. Because the tri attack and PvP defense is broken, because they can use it but you can't. So you're gonna want to have characters like him. So Jurgen, ED is another one. That's why a lot of people are using him as defense, because of that tri attack, which I think they still need to remove that. If you can't do it as an attacking thing in PvP, you shouldn't be able to do it as a defensive thing in PvP. So that's why you see a lot of ED, Jurgen, and then sometimes they'll run like a mid tier, or they'll run somebody like Heimdall. There's a few other characters, so it just depends on what characters you have. So some people run Heimdall, ED, Jurgen, ED, Mini Time Bender. What other characters do a lot of people using? I think. Oh, there's a few more. Oh, Glubber's one that you've been seeing a lot lately. Garden, and all the reason a lot of people are using these guys is because of their tri attack, like I said. So, so they'll double up instead of using like a speedster or something like that. They'll pick one of these like mid-tier speedsters. They'll use 2 tanks and one of those. So like Glubber, Jurgen, and ED, or Glubben, Jurgen, ED, because there's 3 different gens there. What else is another one? trying to think of Time Doll. Not a lot of people use her, but she could actually technically work. Although I don't know how good her stats are, or like boosts and stuff like that. So I haven't tested it out. But yeah, you're gonna want to stick to, like, it depends on what characters you have, but you're gonna want to stick to a defense team that has tri-attack. Although it doesn't necessarily mean it's gonna use the tri-attack, just because the AI is kind of dumb. But that's gonna be your best bet. Zeus is another one a lot of people are using, just because he hits like crazy, even though he shouldn't, in my opinion. And he's really fast. What else? Oh, Owlock I've been seeing a lot of lately. Who else? I think I haven't really seen Animus as much, even though he has a tri-attack as well. It's kind of weird. This one's also a tri-attack. I kind of didn't get it during the event, which is kind of dumb of me. I don't know, there's just like, you just look through your characters on the ones you have, but there's sets of characters which you should have in each of these, and you just pick the ones you want to use. But they're all technically usable, it's just some are going to be more meta than others. But there's always a counter for everything. Like Jurgen, there's a counter for Jurgen. Because all these guys are double gen. It's just, you have to know when that character is going to be used and stuff like that. But yeah, there's some teams that you can use to use tri-attacks. I don't know, it just depends on what you want to go with and what you have. Like if you don't have Jurgen, there's a ton of other tri-attack characters that are out there. They're probably not going to be as good because the retaliate damage, in terms of retaliate damage in here, I'm trying to think who has. Oh yeah, I remember when everyone was using her. Oh, her and Orion. Oh man, those two were a freaking nightmare. Since they reduced a bunch of their stats, are not as prevalent. Colossus is still pretty good, although not as good as he used to be. I need to level up orbs. I just haven't leveled up orbs because I don't want to waste money on orbs. Even though I should be. I'm trying to think. Fidget Spinner, yeah, that's another one. There isn't too many good heroic characters because they nerfed them too much, which is unfortunate, honestly. I mean, they're still usable. Iron Eagle, I haven't seen him a lot lately. Even though he's a pretty good speed, and he does have a tri-attack, and he's 2 different gens, which makes him a little bit nicer, not technically better, but you can use him. And people might not expect it because he's not as prevalent anymore. Apex 2, oh, I remember when all these guys were like actually worth using. I might have to rebuild some of these teams just to see if you can actually get away with some of them still. Oh, here's another one that has a tri-attack. A little bit more speed. I don't know how good his stats are though. Yeah, there's Jurgen. Lancelot also has one, but he's not as strong. Like if you had to pick between these two, although he does have Cursed. Let me see that level 1. $84. Yeah, Platinum's gonna be better. I wonder if he's actually any good to use. I wonder if he. I mean, you could technically use him. He's got Cursed. throw another speed dance and people would think he's Jurgen. But just do like a double cursed speed or something. I don't know. Wonder if that would work in tricking people. Or I wonder if people would even care. Oh yeah, that's another one. Although he's really bad. So I wouldn't recommend using him. Oh, I remember her. Oh my god, dude. She is a speedster as well. I don't have her platinum version. Maybe I'll have to get her in platinum. She's not quite as fast as some of the other ones. But Buck's another one you can use. You know, there's so many tri-attack characters. It's insane. Now, this guy is a tri-attack as well. He's got heal though. Like you would have to double down on the heal. I guess you could not double down on the heal. And put shield. I don't know if the shield would work as well. Because I was thinking, yeah, he gets to attack and then heal, and then he would get the shield. Shield heal, basically. You played a lot? Yeah, I pretty much have all the characters, except there's like a few, even though the only reason I don't have them is because I didn't want to pay for them, and or they pretty much I got unlucky. Like Big Boss has been in the game forever and he's been in a ton of events. It's just every time I cannot get him, which kind of sucks. Here's the new one that they're releasing, if you guys are wondering. It's Barbarian. I don't know how good he's gonna be, but he does have a thing. I actually have a picture of him. I actually have a stat thing for gold. Yeah, there's a ton of mutants you can use, but there's just like meta characters that are just a little bit more overpowered and stuff like that. So I think that's what kind of people stick around. But I feel like there's other builds that people could use in PvP. It's just everyone likes following everybody else for some reason. And I'm just too lazy to build up characters and try out different teams. Because I feel like there's a few different teams that would be really, really good. I'm just too lazy to test them. Yeah, it costs 3K? Yeah. Yes, I know. It looks like Jurgen's pal. Let me actually look at his stats. I have the... Let me see. On that video, where is that? It goes events 60, right here, 64. I might lag a little bit, but give me a second. I'm just checking this guy's stats. You guys won't be able to see it though on screen. Alright, it's loading. Hold up. I'm loading the picture. I don't know why it's taking forever. It didn't take this long. I think it's because I'm streaming. Finding PvP? I guess I could. It's pretty broken though. He's got retaliate 20 plus 30%. 4.55 speed. I mean, he's a tanker. I don't know. PvP? Alright, most likely we're gonna run into the same characters over and over and over and over. And this guy's 1,000. Are you freaking kidding me? See what I mean? This PvP is just broken. I should never run into somebody that's at 1,000. No matter how much I play. Or maybe if I win a ton of fights and stuff like that, then it should get harder. But like right off the bat, like really? Like I could probably, like some of these I could probably win, but I'm not trying to sit here and calculate what I can do, how much damage, what characters to do first, figure out or like it's too much. It's just too much work. Alright, so we're gonna die real quick. So you basically die so you don't have to waste credits. That's basically the tactic in PvP. If you want to waste credits, go for it. But if you're technically trying to maximize your credits, you would not want to spend any in PvP, and you lose 20 points for that fight, by the way. There was one fight I won. This guy has, I think he was at 1,100 total point, or total sum of levels, so that's like 200 more levels than me, and we won 5 points off that guy. Like that's how broken this is. Like it was insane. Like we were basically losing a ton of fights and winning and losing, and I was just trying to see how bad the system is, but it's just broken. Look at that. Like it instantly went from 1,000, it drops down to 500. Like my sum of levels is almost like, yeah, I could have took that guy out on at 1,000, but why would I? I mean, I probably could have actually won that fight, but damn, I'm gonna have to waste the tag here because there's no way I'm gonna be able to one-shot Zeus. And Zeus, for some reason, he attacks way too strong for the character at his stats. Like, he shouldn't be that strong of a... He basically is a speedster with mid-tier attack, which makes absolutely no sense because no other character is like that. He's basically almost like a glass cannon without the glass part. So he's just basically a cannon with HP, which makes no sense. Because they removed Orion because he was too much of a glass, like he was a glass cannon that was paper thin, but like they thought he was too overpowered, and then they added Zeus, which is way too overpowered. Like he's so broken. So yeah, I think I actually have an extra Zeus, by the way. Do I? I might actually have an extra one. I'm not leveling either one of them. I might level 1 Zeus, but I'm not leveling 2. There's no way I'm doing that. But yeah, watch this next fight. It's probably either going to be insanely high or just somebody that's random level. Like, why? Why? I don't know. PvP is just kind of... Yeah, see, these are the characters that people are using. Oh, I forgot about Thunder. Forgot about him. Yeah, he's going double. So he doubled down on the shield, and then he boosts. And then Sky actually used the boost, and then the retaliate. Then he used the boost as a special. Which honestly, I think you would get more boost if you had a level 5. But then I guess you wouldn't get the HP off of it. We're gonna have to kill Glubber because he's too... Because if he gets... Ooh, actually... I'm trying to think. He's got the shield and the boost. I'm trying to do the math in my head. This is why I don't like doing PvP either. I gotta like sit here and do math in my head to try to figure out how much extra stats each of these guys get based on the orbs. And then these are level 4s, so they're a little bit more than level 3s, and then level 5s. Like if these guys has level 5s or level 6, like it's too much work. for something so simple. It really is. Actually, he went for the double boost. I just noticed that he opted out of speed. I'm gonna have to hit him. I have to hit him because if I hit him and double his boost is insane. So he would hit me for even more than he's gonna hit me now. Like if he had his boost, which he's gonna get now, he would do so much damage. Like it's 42% stacked twice. Like let's say I like stacked it, and then I did survive that hit, and then I stacked it because I attacked again. Yeah, his thing would be insane. But it doesn't really matter because they're both gonna die. But yeah, imagine that team at like my actual level, I lose that fight. Even if I have a team similar to that, it comes down to orbs at that point. It's been 2 hours and 40 minutes. Yeah, I am done though. I am basically done. I do have to go do dailies for other stuff. I just wanted to get the event done and then get this done. It's an extra 10 gold, by the way. Also, getting on your mobile phone every day, sign in to Mutants is a good idea because it's an extra 5 gold every 5 days. Is it 5 days or 6 days? It's 5 or 6 days, I can't remember. That is gonna be it for this one. I do have the beta event to still do. I don't know when it's ending. I think there's still like a couple hours left on it, so maybe I'll do that later today as well. I wanted to get the event character done, but I'm not spending 300 gold just to get it for a video for today. I'll just wait the day and 11 hours. So I'll wait for that. I think I'll just go do Glober real quick, make the platinum video for him, and then release that for tomorrow, considering a lot of people are going to be using him. And I think with videos, maybe I'll start doing builds for them. I really need to level these characters. That's the only problem I have, is leveling them to max to make a video for max level characters. I think that's the only problem I have. I could also buy this box just to buy it for a video, but yeah, we're not gonna do that either. Yeah, I think that is gonna be it though. We do have my stuff to go get done on other stuff. I will stream later today as well. Well, we are gonna be playing Apex and most likely Fortnite later today. Because my buddy should be on, of course. And then on the weekend, well, I don't know how late they're gonna be staying up today. But I might play quite a while. So I'll just start streaming when I'm playing from now on. Although I say that, but I could just stream here. Like I could end this, wait like 10 minutes, and then stream random mobile. I'm gonna end it, and then they really need to add a way for this to split up into multiple videos without having me end a stream on YouTube. Because it's kind of annoying having to end a stream just to figure it out. Yeah, I guess I'll be back. And then I'm just gonna be doing mobile because I have so many to get done on mobile. I'll have to figure out the settings for that. Actually, I'm gonna go figure out the settings while I wait to start up the stream again. 'Cause I might as well stream if I'm gonna sit here and play for another 2 hours while doing events. But I'll split it up into 2 videos because, yeah. Alright, so we'll be back, or maybe we'll be back. I don't know if